Right then, boys, today I have an absolute cracker of a video for you, and I don't mean that lightly. This store that I'm about to break down exactly how they chose the product, how they run the product, how they structure, how they scale their back-end operation, right? I'm going to explain it all to you. They've done 3,200 sales in 4 months, and they do 120,000 US dollars a month in revenue. So let's jump right over to the computer and let's go over it. Here we have it. Bambora Gifts from New Jersey. 4 months on Etsy at 4.9 rating, just under 500 reviews, 3,200 sales, 3,195 sales, 81 admirers, right? And take a look. It's just this one cutting board. It's this one chopping board, right? They're all the exact same style, but look at what they do. They have these different designs. They have these different audiences for each one. I'm going to pull up some of their best listings, and I'm going to show you the targeting, and I'm going to show you exactly how they structure it. So they keep getting new targeting and new listings uploaded of the same product. Something very clever they do is here on their featured items. So they have these 4, and they are these 4. And as you can see, if you look here, they're all 1 month old. So they're trying to get their new listings pushed, favored in the algorithm, and then it will just filter back into their, backlog and category of well-performing listings. So let's dissect some of their new listings and let's go over what are they doing. So we have this one here. We have this is the same framework photo they use for everything. And then we just have a different design imprinted on the board. So here they're targeting retirement, farewell, co-workers, appreciation. Is it for your loved ones? Is it for family? Is it just for co-workers? A lot of money gets spent on these kind of farewell, goodbye things, right? They all chip in, it all goes into a hat, and this is the type of stuff they love to see. So look, it is all just about this. Retirement gift, happy retirement gift, farewell gift, and then charcuterie board. Cutting board only appears once, right? Charcuterie board appears once, right? It's all about the targeting here. And now if we come down, we will see they've broadened their targeting too. I'm going to imagine that this is more generic. So if we go on to Bible verse, you'll see, if we scroll this, it makes it a little bit easier. Let's scroll like this. Look at that. There is no difference in their descriptions. We'll scroll down. Their descriptions never change. Okay? So all they are doing is, the descriptions stay the same. All they're doing is putting their effort into this first image, right? And again, if we look at this other listing, same image, just a different design imprinted on, right? And then it's all about who are we going to go after? Who's our audience? We know this product is a winner. We know that anyone could do with this product. It can be some sort of, gift. It can be some sort of, look at this, Bible for religious purposes. Okay. And here we have birth flowers. Every birth flowers is going crazy at the minute. They're finding trends. They're finding popular audiences that are maybe untapped, underutilized, bringing it in. They're looking at other products and going, okay, these personal products are doing well. Birth flowers. Okay, yeah, let me stick a design up with birth flowers on. They're constantly adapting. So now, if we scroll down, again, we've got the descriptions that are the same. We've got pretty damn good delivery times, right? They only deliver to the US and Canada. So if we scroll down to a couple of them, we'll see that, we have one that's here designed for a wedding gift. The category here, gifts for the couple, last sold yesterday. We got here, chopping boards, 49 favorites. This one hasn't sold in a while, but they consistently come into this category, right? If I pull it up here, we'll see their categories here, right? They're mainly within the home and living space. And, look at all this. They're constantly adding new listings. Again, if we come to overview, the monthly revenue's actually gone up. It's more about 140,000 US dollars a month, doing nearly 2,000 sales a month. So now let's go through their images, and I'm going to show you how to create these kind yourself. Right, they have this generic image on the first page. That's fine. They follow it up with this video. Let me pull up a couple more, and I can just reinforce this for you. So the video, they then start to show the design options, more pictures of the product, a little bit of information on. Okay, so it is reference to the product. Ryan and Barbara, you know, wedding gifts. We have charcuterie board, followed by the same video, followed by the design options, because they seem to follow the same design option for everyone. Again, cutting down time. If they want to test a new audience, they're decreasing the amount of changes they need to do in order to have an MVP and get a product up and test. Now followed by that, if we come here, look at this. This isn't even a wedding gift. This is a birthday gift, yet they have this same image, followed by Amelia and Stephen. What do we have here? Amelia and Stephen. Now all in one board, giving information about the actual product, more product-based things, more product-based, more product-based. Come down, come down. So the only thing that changes is this one image. So let me show you how you can go in and create images like this using Canva. So I always want to make things as simple as possible. Here's what I've done. I've took an image from them. Now, if I was to do this myself, I would not be using their images. This is just for demonstration. Okay. I've used Magic Eraser, the tool to take off the text and the images. I've then done a little basic mock-up. Now, if you play around with this, you can get away with it. You know what I mean? Like if you're a bit clever with the fonts, the coloring, you know, the angles and a bit of shadowing and whatnot to add a bit of depth. Remember too, at a distance, it should look fine. Once you're actually at a decent point, you can come in and you can get a designer to actually go ahead and do it and make it look a bit cleaner. But for concept purposes, for an MVP, this is all you need to do. Okay? Now, what I also did then is I fed it through my assistant, Mr. GPT. And I gave it this mock-up image. And all I said was, make the text on the cutting board in this image look like it was laser engraved on. And it came back with that. Right? It came back with this. Now, obviously, it has changed a little bit of funky stuff around the edge. But it's also done the wrong date. So make sure you tell it no typos and work that out. And fix the G that looks like a C. That's a C that looks like a G. But this looks a bit better. It looks a little bit cleaner. Right? And now we have an infinite way of doing these kind of styles, right? Do we want this to be bigger? There we go. Okay, now feed that back into your assistant, Mr. GPT, and have it changed. Do you want it to be a wedding one? Do you want it to be some sort of birth flower, right? We now have this amazing way. We can go, okay, right, I'm going to test 2 wedding gifts styles, 2 groomsmen style gifts, Father's Day. I'm even going to test this for Mother's Day, new wives, new girlfriends, anniversary gifts. I'm going to really try and work it all in this. Book lovers. Put, you know, popular book quotes on there. Colleen Hoover, everyone loves her, right? Try different things, different angles. You can get away with a lot of stuff when you do this type of stuff, right? The uptime to get a listing out when this process here is the most work you have to do. Once you have all of your follow-up images, you have there's a BS video, right? You create these in a nice way, then you have your whole structure. It's just a case of targeting and changing this thumbnail image. Now, I do need to say this, your thumbnail image should not be entirely AI generated. Now, what my advice for this would be is with this image here, is I would want to be coming in, helping it out as much as I can, trim this out, right? And then I'd want to go, right, let's remove the background on this image. So then the only alterations that happen is to the chopping board, okay? And then slam it on, right? You see? So let's delete that. Right, you would not know the difference, okay? But you see? That's what I'd want. And now the background is not an AI generated background because Etsy does not like that. Also, adding this kind of layer of text adds a nice little illusion. If there is a bit too much AI, do some annotations and whatnot. But now we've structured our listings. We've got our photos. Just a case of now let's dial in our targeting. Now let's talk about managing the design backend of this, right? So we need a file that's going to be the one that's going to be you're going to be editing it, you're going to be sending it to a designer to edit it. So you would essentially be filling in the customer's information here, changing the birth flower, whatever, having one set up for every birth flower, and then getting that engraved on. So let's go over managing that. Okay, so we're going to have our order tracking sheet like this, and we're going to have our design name system set up like this. So we know family name script DO1, Mr. and Mrs. Wedding DO2, blah blah blah, all the way down to D11. And then we're going to have a file folder system with cutting board designs, right? And then we have DO1, and inside will be a link, you know, whether it's Adobe Illustrator, an SVG file, Photoshop file, where this is, maybe it's just Canva, maybe it's just a Canva link shortcut in there, what opens up to the right page that they need to be editing, so they know, and that's then referenced here, right? So we have order 1 by Daniel, 6th of August, DO1, we know DO1 is family name script, DO1 here, family name script. Let's open up the template file, let's look at the preview images so we can just check how it looks, make sure it's all good. And what do they want on it? Oh, okay, they want Mafia family to be sent on it. Let's go and get that made, right? So now we come over, we go Mafia family. Okay, maybe they don't have a date on it, so that's fine. So we'll just, you know, remove that. And this is it. And now that gets then sent over to the supplier along in here. So maybe we have file made, sent to supplier, and then we have a sheet that then goes back to the supplier with the customer's information on, with their address, with the size of the wooden board they've ordered, and then a link to a downloadable, preferably SVG file, right, with the design on. And then we're just doing that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for all the orders, right? Now, essentially, you know, they would just be having like this, whatever, and then it'd be like address, SVG file, and then maybe even example image for the factory to see. But if you're working with them long enough, then they will just know. So it really is super simple to just manage something like this. It gets a little bit annoying. You always want to be trimming the fat with this kind of setup, because you don't want to have loads of listings up on your store and like half of them don't sell. So when one of that half that doesn't sell does sell, it's going to cause a little bit of like backlog issues. The supplier's going to have to maybe set everything up. They're not used to doing it. You know, if you're doing it at home, you're not used to doing this kind of thing. It opens up to mistakes, and a bit of you know, sloppiness can occur. So that's basically how you go about setting up a product just like this and running it yourself. So I hope you like this video, guys. I'm looking forward to doing more like this in a lot more detail, breaking everything down. But yeah, I just want to know what your opinions are, what kind of stuff you want to see me do. I love doing these videos, and I like to kind of save the full source for those Etsy Mafia boys, right? Everything's free in there. So if you do want to join, the link for that is in the description. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. It really does help me out, and it just kind of shows that you like Etsy and you want to keep getting this kind of information. So anyway, guys, have a nice day.